Good afternoon, YouTube and Twitch. This is Harmony Muse, and we are here with Final Fantasy XIV. Today we are going to continue more of the 2.4 story quest. But before we do, I'm going to set up some queuing of things that I want to get done for story unlocks. And let's see how poorly things go. Says 17 minutes. Don't believe that. After last night when I was set up, playing on my own after stream, just trying to get things completed so I could have more to do while I was on stream. Wouldn't you know, it said 17 minutes, but ended up being 14. Well, anyway, what we're doing today is we're continuing with 2.4. And my next step is I gotta go search for Magitech weapons at Amdapur Keep. This isn't about Iceheart here. This is about somebody Iceheart is, or this is somebody. What's going on here is that somebody, brain cramp. I'm messing that up. I'm doing horrible today. Let's try that again. I kept putting my finger on the wrong key and flubbing up the search. Okay. Can you tell that I'm still barely woken up? Okay, maybe that'll help. Whoa, all the Garleans. Holy shit. Do not mess with the Domans. Good God. That was a most impressive showing, my friend. As you can see, we have not been idle. The Ivy will receive no warning of our coming. We seems eager to send you on our way in flagrante delicto. Now that the jamming device is no longer at risk, you may safely return to your hunt. Pray rejoin Lady Yugiri. She awaits you at Hawthorne Hut. I shall remain here and have a few words with this sorry lot. Nothing serious, I assure you, just a spot of small talk. Do you remember that the Domans, their nation was burnt to the ground and the earth salted because they dared try raising arms against the Garlemald. So when they say they're going to just have nothing serious, just some small talk, those guys are about to get fucking tortured. Justifiably so. But that seems to be an ongoing trope in Japanese, or in Final Fantasy games, is that there's this, in damn near every game, there is some faceless evil empire who is trying to conquer the entire world. And it's demonstrated that A, even the rank and file are hopelessly evil. And B, even if the Emperor is taken down, the people or the assholes will still continue their conquest. I mean, when Gestalt got offed by Kefka, the Empire still did their stuff in Final Fantasy VI. When the Emperor of Galbadia was offed by by Edea, they still kept, or the rank and file still kept doing their thing. I am given to understand the mission was a success. Not a single Imperial soldier made it to our position. Thorough work as always, Scion. By way of reward, we can now turn our attention to the turncoat once more. What news, Lady Yugiri? My people report that she has departed for the Bramble Patch. She means to go ahead with the meeting. Excellent. It is time to close the net around her. My countrymen and I shall lie wait in the shadows. Tread warily, my friends. I mean, they're not technically an empire, but they're the closest thing in Final Fantasy X. The Church of Yevon. You know, horribly abusive to the Albed because, you know, foreigner, or different culture. And even when the entire leadership of the clergy were taken down, Seymour still convinced them to still fight for him. And even when Seymour and the entire Yevonite church was displayed as a lie, in the sequel there are still people trying to push his, you know, to keep the church going. Just beyond, she's in conversation with an individual clad in a manner of adventurer. An Imperial intermediary, no doubt. That's it, with me. Flame Marshal name I can't pronounce. You are under arrest for treason and espionage. You were followed, bloody fool! Damnation! Humph. We'll get back to this later. But yeah, even Final Fantasy XII, I don't know the full story there, but it was arguably the fact that the Empire was was largely used as a vehicle for Vane's ambition. Oh lord, is this tank gonna be shitty? Oh, he's complaining about the dungeon we got stuck in. Okay. Pretty good, right? Oh, we're pulling more, okay. We're good. We're good. It's going quickly. I take it he just hates this dungeon. Really can't blame him. Okay. Oh, he dead. That went quicker than I was expecting. Item level 110 stuff. Makes me wish I... Okay. Not doing too shabby. Item here, okay. Get them all wrapped up. Good tank. Good tank. Not bad. And there we go through the door. Choppy, choppy. I get the feeling that I got into a group with 3 people. Pretty well. It's that final boss I remember being a hell for this place. But it's been a while, so I really can't remember too well. Ribbit, 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 ribbit. Well fought. Item level 110 stuff, which I don't need. Damn shame too, because that's all good stuff. We got this. Yep. Much smoother than the first time I tried doing Wanderer's Palace. Okay. We got through that easily enough. We are good. I don't know this next dungeon though, or this next boss rather. Oh, I know what sword that is because that looks epic. It's the Shattered Greatsword made to look like the Shattered Heart. I think. Well, we're doing it a lot better than we did the last time. I'm down past half, that's for sure. Ow. Okay, Bogatir's long code of healing, and okay, given props where props is due. And no combos, but well, shit happens. Now let's get back to what was going on here. We'll get back to where we were in the conversation. Nope. You are unarmed. You are unarmed, my lady, and scarcely guard for battle. But if you wish to fight, you are welcome to try. What is the meaning of this, Captain? You arrest me for strolling in the Twelveswood? When last I looked, that was no crime, and neither was conversing with passing strangers. You would feign ignorance, then? Very well. If you do think of something to say, there will be plenty of time to say it later. Now come quietly, or I shall make you wish you had. I will offer you no struggle. After all, I have nothing to hide. Been wanting a Wanderer's Palace clear for about a week now. That's good. Oh Lord, that's what that new bow is. Or old bow, rather. Good God. That queue back up. Even a warrior of her renown could not have hoped to escape by force. Despite her claims, her surrender does not bespeak innocence, but an awareness that her position is untenable. With the ivy thus uprooted, it is to be hoped that the tendrils she entwined around the immortal flames will gradually wither and die. Mayhap then the people of Olda will have the grand company they deserve. But let us speak of the present. If I may ask, what will you do now? So close yet so far away. So the Scions seek a way into Iceheart's sanctum. I dare say you are eager to return to the Rising Stones. Pray, do not let me keep you. Fear not. My countrymen and I shall tend to the aftermath. You need not waste your talents here. And speaking of talents, have you considered training in the art of the shinobi? You have the aptitude for it, I believe, so please give it some thought. Till next time, my friend. You see, it wasn't until like 2.3 or 2.4, I can't remember which, that Rogue and Ninja were added as a class. This was something that was done in between 2.0 and 3.0. Which is why, unlike 2.0, or which is why, unlike the Heavensward jobs, they actually have Relic Reborn run stuff. See if I can get that. Welcome back. I understand that Alphino has a task for you? Had a task for you? May I ask what it was? Charges of treason and espionage against... French name? I can scarce believe it. Could there not have been some manner of misunderstanding? No. It avails us nothing to dwell on it. Whatever the truth may be, we must trust our authorities to uncover it. Let us speak on another matter. I am pleased to report that we have made efforts into our progress to find a way into Iceheart's sanctum. Good, good, good. Bacon broth. As you may recall, Iceheart used the Aetheryte in the depths of Snowcloak to teleport a short distance to the west, most likely to a sanctuary of some description. It is there that we suspect she means to summon Shiva using the crystals she stole from the House Fortom caravan. The heretics believe they are bringing about the second coming of their patron saint, but if, as they suspect, they mean to hold a summoning ritual of the kind employed by the beast tribes, it seems likely the result will be something more akin to a primal. Suffice to say, it must be stopped. But first, we must surmount the obstacle Iceheart has placed in our path. Ordinarily, it would be a simple matter to tap into the established Ethernet and thereby follow our quarry. However, despite our best efforts, we have been unable to ascertain the position of the Aetheryte to which she teleported. One prevailing theory is that she destroyed the second Aetheryte upon arrival. A reckless, desperate measure, but also an effective one. After discussing the matter at length with Urian J, we have concluded that we lack the expertise to develop a solution. Which is why we called upon the aid of one who does possess such knowledge, a colleague of ours who is currently en route to Revenant's Toll from Charlian. She should be arriving within the hour, in fact. Since you are here, mayhap we could welcome her together. I am certain she would appreciate the gesture. Let us make to the northern gates and await her coming. So close. I can't do Circus Tower until I've done Labyrinth of the Ancients, and I can't do the final one until I've done Circus Tower. So I'm thinking I might take one day aside and just wait in queue for those and only those. And, you know, wait the several hours it takes just to get it. Hard to do while I'm running stuff where I never know when I might have a dungeon. A floating wagon carried by Chocobo. And who, pray tell, are you?
Minfilia, am I right?
Huh.
None other. I bid you welcome to Revenant's Toll, and thank you for traveling so far on such short notice.
No kidding.
As if I could ever say no to Urianger.
I think you're supposed to be a... Are you supposed to be a Rugadin? Because you got that wide-ass nose, but you're not a... But you look human. You're also
Moonbreeder is an accomplished Charlian scholar and an authority on Aetherite technologies.
Moonbreeder. Yep, that's a Welsh name. They're a Rugadin.
She has played an invaluable role in our search for a means to capture Arcean souls.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Let us return to the Rising Stones at once, then. We have much to discuss. Come in! Sorry, I thought it sounded like somebody was knocking at my door. Enter.
It's been ages.
Oh, longer, sister.
Sister?
A joyous reunion indeed.
Well, of course it is. Moon and I are like twin sisters.
I can see the resemblance.
Save in appearance and aptitude.
They're messing with each other, talking shit. I love it.
Everyone, if I could have your attention.
Alrighty, what do you need?
We have with us an esteemed guest who has come from Charlian to assist us.
Alrighty.
I bid Moonbreeder join us here that she might share with us her extensive knowledge of Aetherites.
Alright.
Also, as many of you are already aware, she has been overseeing our research into white auracite, a sample of which she has been good enough to bring with her.
Okay.
Well, I had to come, didn't I? You'd have to be bloody daft to turn your nose up at a chance like this. Where better to conduct my final tests than a land so steeped in ether you can taste it?
True.
'Tis plain the passage of the years hath done little to dampen thy youthful spirits, and nothing at all to reform thy youthful manner.
Womp!
Ange, where are
Unhand me.
Whoa!
I come all this way, and that's what you have to say to me. I much preferred when you were pleading with me to drop everything and hurry to your side. What was it you said? None save thee can satisfy this need.
Oh my!
Go on.
Oh, that's good.
Thine artless attempts to misrepresent mine all too innocent motives do thee little credit. Mine intent, as well thou knowest, was but to impress upon thee the gravity of the circumstance. Lest thou doubt, a deiform entity shall shortly be summoned, save if thou and no other grantest my compeers thine aid.
You still haven't found it then, your missing aetherite?
No, we haven't.
We have not. No. We know that Iceheart teleported to an aetherite not far from the first. Yet even after careful analysis, we could not locate the second beacon.
Right.
We now suspect that the heretics destroyed the second aetherite to impede our pursuit.
That's the third time that's
Our
been brought
allies
up.
continue to scour Snowcloak for Iceheart's sanctuary, but we have no guarantee that they will find it. Yet it must be found, for even now Iceheart prepares to call upon Saint Shiva.
I'm sorry, but if the aetherite's been destroyed, then that's that. Although, you're absolutely sure she used the first aetherite, are you? She didn't just use teleportation magics?
One of our own bore witness to her escape. I can say with absolute certainty that Iceheart used the aetherite.
Right.
In that case, there might be a way, so long as the ethereal current is still flowing.
Okay.
Truly? How?
We use the current to recreate the beacon.
Huh.
As you know, aetherites are a bit like lighthouses. We use them to reconstitute our physical forms when crossing the ethereal sea. Without them, we'd lose all sense of direction and our essence would dissipate.
So aetherites are known technology and everybody uses them, not just us. Then why even have caravans?
However, we don't rely solely on these beacons. There are currents of ether which flow between them, currents which help guide us to our destination. Now, these currents will gradually dwindle away to nothing if an aetherite is destroyed. But if even a sluggish flow remains, we could theoretically use it to direct a surge of concentrated ether towards the void left by the beacon, and thereby fill it up again.
So basically, Trek
Like
bullcrap
opening the
speak
floodgates to fill a dry riverbed.
only for
Though, correct me
magical
if I'm
bullshit.
wrong, but would we not need a veritable reservoir of ether?
In concert, we might manage to channel a sufficient volume, yet that is not my chief concern. To direct the flow of so great a volume of ether with the requisite precision would be a nigh impossible task in itself.
I barely succeeded in facilitating travel to an unattuned beacon. That which you describe sounds considerably more difficult.
And dangerous. Every person who has attempted to teleport in this fashion has died in the process. They, however, did not have white auracite at their disposal.
Oh?
I can use it to channel all the ether you can give me into the aetherite. However, white auracite cannot retain ether for an extended period of time, so we would need to infuse it immediately beforehand.
Okay.
Just so you know, I'd confidently give this plan better than even odds of success. And if the worst comes to worst, your people won't suffer.
Haha! So you're saying at least we die quickly. That's fucked up.
The lives of our best and brightest. We have not the time to seek other options. If the ethereal current still flows, we shall carry out Moonbreeder's plan.
That's the spirit. Let's roll the dice.
Right, let's go do the suicidal thing. Check on Q while we're at it. 18 now. Okay. The instruments of our deliverance. The plan has been devised when Philly would have it carried out without further delay. I have already informed Alphino of our plan to recreate the beacon and the manner Moonbreedus described. He agreed that despite the inherent danger, it represents our only hope of success. He also said that he wished to meet you at Snowcloak before proceeding. I expect you will find him waiting for you there when you arrive. I want you to know that I appreciate everything you've done on our behalf, and that I have faith you will return to us as you always have. Well, it's hard for me to stay dead. This is a world where resurrection is a thing, where teleportation is a thing, yet they don't seem to apply to everybody. Why? That much has never been adequately explained to me. Gonna repair up, then I'm gonna teleport. And to Camp Dragonhead we go. Getting close there. So close I can taste it. $21 out of... Okay, that's looking... No, that's 19. I counted that wrong. Instruments of our Deliverance, I believe, is the actual quest for Shiva, so I might have to drop out of this queue, despite it being that close to what looks like it's probably Ultima Weapon. Because Shiva is just about there. I figure I'll help these guys. Or not. Yep. Not my circus, not my monkeys. Better part of valor, G'ing the FO. Where'd my birdie pal go? Oh, I guess I lost you. Oh, well. Alrighty. And Fan is not awake, so I do not have the pleasure of a fast healer kill. Named after the... I don't know why they call it a crocodile when it's not even an aquatic beast. They've also named it after the Egyptian crocodile god. Good to see you. I was starting to wonder if you were having second thoughts. Captain Ilbert sends his regards, by the way. He attends to the interrogation of What's-Her-Face even as we speak. But I shall not distract you from the matter at hand. We can discuss the Ivy upon your return. I trust that, by which to mean I say, the others are waiting for us at the Aetherite. After you. Senpai, take my energy! I joke, but that really is sort of what they're doing there. There, it's ready. That is one wrecked up looking aura site, and it's charged. Ha! It worked, I think. Try tuning to the Aetherite now. Feel for the current and try to locate the beacon. We have done all we can. For now, let's withdraw. When your final preparations are complete, you must seek out the beacon we created. If, by the grace of the 12, you arrive safely, we must put a stop to Iceheart before she summons Shiva. We cannot ignore the possibility that our actions have alerted Iceheart to our plans. Should that be the case, she may attempt to hasten the completion of the summoning ritual, and if she succeeds, we will have little choice but to face Shiva in battle. Knowing little of this saint, I cannot say if our own strength will suffice, and so I encourage you to call upon your allies. Some may have reservations about wagering their lives on the success of Moonbreeda's experiment, but others will surely agree that desperate times call for desperate measures. Before you assemble your party, pray speak with that knight. I believe he has a message, or she has a message for you from Sir Emmerich. Madam, Sir Emmerich regrets that he cannot be here in person and asks that I read you this letter. Ishgard faces an unprecedented threat. Yet in our hour of need, it is not her knights that stand poised to defend her. Wilhelmina Baldwin, the warrior of light, savior of Eorzea, your deeds this day shall not be forgotten. Where others would flee, you choose to remain. Where others would falter, you rise to the challenge. Where others would use their gifts for selfish ends, you wield yours in service to a greater cause. May Halone bless you with good fortune and see you safely home. So damn close. 24 or 23 of... Oh, so close. I'm gonna wait until the 27. I can taste Labyrinth of Ancients right now. I had 23 of the 25 people we need. Oh! We're getting in! We're doing it! We are doing a 24-man! Holy... We're gonna do a 24-man run! It's actually happening! And 2 of the healers are AFK, goddammit. One more. Come on. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Come on. So close. Total cockblock. Just one healer. So close. I think I need to get my heart rate back in line after that one.
Harmony Muse said, fan, wake up and queue for Labyrinth of the Ancients. Need one healer.
We have a text-to-speech option in the chat that I use for my, or where I speak to my friend Fan. With it being that close and with it almost popping. See if I might be able to rouse the guild into doing it. If not, I'll just have to drop into Shiva. But at this point, I really want to get Labyrinth of the Ancients done. I need to get that done. Looking forward to the day when we have that. Thank you, Jesus. You can know every single person except for that one healer is waiting right by, just waiting to jam that button. Okay. We've almost got it. Just, okay, you hit your button, you hit your button, you hit your button. We're just needing one of each to hit your damn buttons. Come on, don't do this to me again. Don't friggin' do this to me again. Okay, we've got everything but one tank and one healer. Hit your buttons. Hit your buttons. Please hit your buttons. We got the healer. We just need the tank. Come on, tank. Hit your button. Hit your button, tank. Good tank. B, hit your button. God damn it! Son of a bitch! Here we go. I had a heart attack in my butthole there. We've got our tanks, we've got our healers. Now we just need the DPS. Hit your buttons, people. Hit your buttons. Come on. Okay, just one more. Thank you. Ha 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 ha. You're about to see the first 24-man content in this game. We've got the whole raid. Okay, this is my group. This is group 1 and group 2. I'm in group B. Or group C. Okay. Just following the blue dots for right now because we've got a Zergling rush. Key. Okay, and I hope whoever just beat me on Steam realizes I cannot pay attention to you because I'm doing 24-man stuff. Valaflor. Wasn't that the name of the first summon in Final Fantasy X? Ooh, get off the floor. This music here is the dungeon music from Final Fantasy III. That's the NES, or sorry, the Famicom Final Fantasy III. Not the Super Nintendo game we got called Final Fantasy III, which was actually Final Fantasy VI. Ow. I'm gonna die for that. I'm gonna have it coming too. Okay, when there's that many people, I have a hard time seeing what I'm doing. We're not really even to the first boss yet. This is the first boss. Now again, it's been literally like 3-4 years since I ran this, so I have no friggin' clue what I'm doing. Who did that? Thank you! Well, we might not wipe, but we will get it. I'm staying here. Because they said don't kill. Dragons back up. But you can see with all these effects going on, I have no freaking clue what's on the floor right now. But that's the first boss down. And he goes level 80 gear. Okay. Circling rush, key. They have it down by party, and we are in Alliance Party C, so we go to C. People are gonna fuck this up, you know it. Yep, we already got one B person going down C. We got this. We got this. A greater demon. Oh, we got 4 on C. I can move. This is going to be a long one, guys. Just a fair warning. We're basically done. So that's why we have an alliance, so 3 people can do their thing. Or so 3 different groups can do the same thing at the same time. So we're going to the right, they said. I want to know what the hell you're wearing. Augmented Ironworks armor done as a light steel Galeris, okay? Light steel Subligar, okay? You do you crazy, freaky, half-naked lady. I'm about to pay for that one. No, you don't. Well, I'm dead. We've almost got the boss, though. Well, it's in a ballad sash, okay? Nothing I need. I did not expect to get into this. We're going through it so quickly, too. I only died once, so I don't feel bad. But this music brings back memories of playing Final Fantasy III emulated back in the day. But we don't talk about that because that's... Kill the little bombs as they spawn, but keep working on the demon. I didn't see the ready check. How many samurais do we have in this? Oh. Of 12 DPS, 4 of us are samurai. 2 are red mages, 1's a dragoon, 1's a summoner. Our demon is down. 1 demon is down. All demons are down. Okay. That can't possibly be it. That's because it wasn't it. That was just the lead-in. For King Behemoth, when he stands up and roars, hide behind a meteor. Tanks in range need to hit the buttons on the towers when they light up. Grab the giant ad ASAP. Okay. 1 tank should keep the Iron Giant, and everyone should kill it first. Okay. We're fighting a king. Oh, fuck me. I said kill the behemoth first, so that's what we're doing. I found a meteor like she said. That's what we're doing. Ow. That hurt. Somebody flubbed it. We got this. Hiding, 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 hiding. Ha 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 ha. This content is nowhere remotely something that's up to date. But it will be when they have the roulette duty finder for 4.1. Now I won't be here for tonight more than likely, because at 7 p.m. it said we got him. Okay. When he does Ancient Flare, get on the pads. Okay. We ain't done yet. Oh, shit. Okay. Sludgeathon. I like how they're explaining it for us newbies. And people are fighting. Iron Claw. Whoa! I had that one coming. Whoa! Get on the pad, get on the pad, get on the pad. We're gonna have people die. Oh, God. And we've got somebody doing that shit. So if even one person isn't on the pad, the whole raid dies? Close enough. Get on the pads, people. Who died? On the pads, people! On the pads. Good. We did it. We got him. First 24-man content we've been able to do on this stream. And give it to Minerva. What do we have for loot? A crown of light. Falcon catalyst. And that was the Labyrinth of the Ancients, the first 24-man content in this game. And I got a combo for it, no kidding. And we've got cutscene time. Ho there! Sid. Very impressive, I must say. Your name shall be writ large in the volumes that are sure to be pinned in this historic expedition. The scale of this structure defies comprehension. Someone plainly thought bigger was better. Well, as I keep telling my friends, it's not the size, it's how you use it. According to the findings of my Baldessian colleagues, the Crystal Tower was constructed to collect and store the endless energies of the sun, a characteristically ambitious undertaking. Now, what of the tower's inner defenses? Judging by your haggard expression, clearing out the labyrinth was no small feat. A giant of a man wielding a shimmering scimitar, you say? Yes, that will have been Phlegethon. Not Acheron, Phlegethon. He was a hero of the Allegan Revolution. And you gleaned that from what exactly? His choice of weapon? Well, I am a historian, and I have a certain, shall we say, affinity for the lore of the Allegan Empire. Prediction, he ends up in Allegan himself. It is, of course, all knowledge gleaned from musty scrolls and tomes. The ancient texts claim that the Crystal Tower is defended by the champions of old, resurrected and augmented through the Allegan's extraordinary technology. Chief, you need to see this! Well, well, there it is, the foot of the tower. What surprises do you have in store for us, I wonder? I can't tell you how glad I am to have you with us on this little jaunt. Had you not beaten a path through that maze, I very much doubt we'd be standing here now. Well, we have much to discuss and digest. Let us return to St. Koinek's Fine for the present, and there plan our next step. Lest there be any doubt, our expedition has some way to go yet. That's only the first part in a 3-step series of 24-man raids. And because this is the first time I've beaten that dungeon, this is where they put me. I want to go ahead and actually turn this in. I might end up, if I'm lucky, because that group's probably going to run right in and do Circus Tower after. I might be lucky enough to get us 2 24-man raids today. Not going to hold my breath on it. Can't believe that I normally try to do my unlocking off camera, and we got a good bit of it done on camera today. And holy crap, it's an hour and a half, or an hour and 40 minutes. I might not actually have time to do more today. We'll see. I'll let the queue run until 2 hours and then call it. So good of you to join us. Our meeting would be dull indeed without a full account of your experiences in the labyrinth. Take a moment to collect yourself, and when you're ready, we shall debate how best to proceed. Alright, okay. Gonna take the gold, silver, of course. The Fellowship of Noah being accounted for, it is time this assembly was called to order. Rambrose will be presiding over the meeting if you'd be so kind. Welcome back. I have just been reading about your encounter in the Labyrinth of the Ancients. It pleases me greatly to note that you seem none worse for the experience. For your experience, I've added my notes to Garaha's preliminary expedition report and have begun compiling a Crystal Tower survey log. The information contained therein would be available to you at all times. Should you have any questions, you need only ask. If there's no objections, I'll begin a summary of the expedition's key accomplishments. Okay, first foray, succeed in neutralizing. The Labyrinth's defenses were emphatically active. Disturbingly, her report also mentions a violent encounter with a sentry heavily augmented by Allegan technology. In short, our misgivings were well founded. The Crystal Tower has not simply been thrust above the ground, it's been awoken. If it seems increasingly likely the tower's secrets should prove too dangerous to share with the world, we have no choice but to contain them. Short of leveling the place, this will almost certainly involve returning the mechanisms to a state of dormancy. To do that, however, we first need to address the question of how they work, an answer to which must surely be waiting for us inside the tower itself. In conclusion, that's where we must go. A task easier said than done, if the perils of the labyrinth are any indication. Then I move that all further exploration of the tower be delayed until such time as exhaustive analysis of the structure's defenses have been completed. Master Garland, may I entrust this to you? It would be my pleasure. Don't forget about us. It's like you said, Chief. We founded the Ironworks to make sure technology was used for the right reasons. And if that means making sure it's not used for the wrong ones, we wouldn't be doing our jobs if we didn't see this through to the end. Lads, I hope you're ready for some backbreaking chores. Well, everything seems to be in hand here, so I shall take my leave of you for the present. If I'm to witness this valiant tale unfold with my own eyes, I must need hone my martial skills ere we ascend the spire. You'll do nothing of the sort. Your knowledge may prove useful to Master Garlon's investigation. Humph. As an observer, I am not, strictly speaking, subject to your authority. Pray do not mistake my intent. I am well aware that I shall never be a match for one of your innate talents, however hard I train. Be that as it may, pray do not allow your skills to rust from disuse during the coming pause. We will need you fighting fit, etc., 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 and so on and so forth. Basically, wait until the next patch and the next level of it has been unlocked. However, this was 4 years ago, so that's already unlocked. Mark my words, that's Nero. Oh, such a terrible mess. Yet it does leave the door wide open, so to speak. One cannot help but be impressed. I'm beginning to understand the reliance you place on adventurers, old friend. So, this is the legacy the Allegan Empire left behind. If my readings are correct, the energy source waiting atop the tower is a match for even the Ultima weapon. Nay, more than a match. Heh, a new toy for me to play with. And it is Nero! I believe the fates conspired to deny me my just rewards once again, but it would seem they had a greater destiny in mind for me. As long as my ambition burns, I shall strive to seize it. The dream lives on, Cid. Do not disappoint me. You are a crazy son of a bitch, my friend. Circus Tower. Estimator Noah's lack of progress. Circus Tower. Ah, 'tis you, my friend. You are doubtless eager to hear of our progress on the Crystal Tower. Excellent. I'd be disappointed to hear otherwise. Of course, disappointed is the word of the day, I fear, for I am ashamed to say there is nothing worthwhile to report. The suns continue to probe the labyrinth of the ancients, and every day brings new discoveries. The same cannot be said of the Crystal Tower proper. We have not been able to set so much as a single foot inside it. You recall how the 8 sentinels stood between us and the labyrinth initially. In like manner, the entryway into the principal spire, Circus Tower as the Allegans called it, is also protected by technology far more advanced than our own. Cid and I have tried every trick we know, but without success. Frankly speaking, we are at a loss. It is discouraging, but we cannot give up. There must be a way in. And the situation stands, my friend. Until we gain entry into that tower, I fear your talents shan't avail us. It will require time that we are loath to waste, but I have a mind to set my people to scouring such ancient texts as we have on hand. Perhaps we can be of assistance. And you are... Be at ease, friends, for we share the self-same goal. I am Oh my god. These are going to be Allegans. Une and Doga were the names of two wise people who were helping you along the path in Final Fantasy III. Remember, the Crystal Tower was the final dungeon of Final Fantasy III. We are students of the Allegan civilization, sent by the students of Baldessian to assist in your endeavor. Une and Doga, rather unusual names for this day and age if I might be forgiven for observing, but I digress. You claim to be here at the students' behest, but we've received nary a word of your coming. Moreover, in light of the recent incident at the Isle of Val, I should think they have rather more pressing concerns. We can only assume that the message failed to reach you due to some mishap. I assure you we are here to help. What is it, Graha? 'Tis nothing. There was a pain, but it subsided. Well, this is rather unexpected. Your right eye is the same as ours. The same? You have the Allegan eye as well? The sanguine hue is said to be a trait unique to Allegans, yet I inherited it from my father as he did his. Only one child in a single generation is born with the eye. All my life I have sought to learn the truth of its manifestation. If there is anything you know, I beg you to tell me. My deepest apologies, but we have no answers for you. Only one thing is certain. Those who possess the trait are bound by fate to Allag. And your eye has placed you upon the path you walk, so too we have come to fulfill our destiny. Absurd though it may sound, it is the truth. It seems we have naught to lose by accepting the raid. What say you? If that is your wish, then so be it. Yet know that I still mean to verify your story with the students of Valdestian when I am able. I trust there will be no objections. Very well. As of this moment, I name Une and Doga advisory members of NOAA. Without further ado, let us have them examine the circus tower entrance. I promise you shall not cause to regret your decision. Remember, I should be much obliged if you were to accompany our new friends to the tower. Biggs and Wedge are currently surveying the 8 sentinels. The two of them can show you the way. Upon arrival, pray report to Master Garland. He will brief you on the situation. I shall join you. With Une and Doga's knowledge, along with our uncanny knack for settling events in motion, I am hopeful we should finally see progress. Okay. Here's the thing. This right here, in world, this took place around 2.4, what we're doing now. Because they're mentioning the destruction of the Isle of Vol. I'm really liking how they have so many different references to older Final Fantasies in this game. About the only Final Fantasy we haven't seen any direct references to is Final Fantasy X. And that's just as well, because fuck Final Fantasy X. Now, Final Fantasy XI, yeah, we have some references to that. The Black Mage Soul Gem is called Shantoto's Gem, and people who play Final Fantasy XI remember Shantoto, unfortunately. Well, if it isn't Wilhelmina, eager to enter Circus Tower and kill everything in sight, no doubt. I'm sure you've already heard, though, the place is locked up tight as a clam. New friends from the students, you say? Excellent. It's been slow going, or rather no going, for the chief will appreciate the help. If you'll just follow me, I'll take you to him. Ah, some old faces to lift the spirits, and a couple of new ones besides. Allow me to introduce Une and Doga. They are scholars of ancient Allag, sent here by our friends of Valdestian to aid in the investigation. We understand that you're having trouble circumventing the tower's defenses. 'Tis our hope we can be of some small assistance. If your attire is aught to go by, your assistance should prove valuable indeed. Prediction? They're resurrected Allegans. To begin with, let me tell you where we stand. Beyond rises Circus Tower, the principal spire of the structure collectively known as the Crystal Tower. The only way to get inside is through the proverbial front door and the imposing gate you see here. Problem is, we can't get it open. It's sealed by some mechanism whose workings are an utter mystery to us. Having had no success via more orthodox methods, I went at it with everything from a pickaxe to a magitech cannon. Nothing so much as put a scratch on it. For a blessing, the gate doesn't try to reduce us to ashes like the 8 sentinels, but that doesn't make it any less effective a security measure. It's fiendishly frustrating in its simplicity. The only clue we have is the elaborate device carved upon it. A man and a woman respectant. Elegant royalty, by my judgment. I'm betting Une and Doga. How much you want to bet? Precisely who these individuals were we cannot say, nor do we know whether the device actually serves a purpose. Like as not, it is purely decorative. A woman, okay. If you are thinking to force it, save your strength. It's no use. Just ask the calluses on my hands. Rest assured, we do not mean to waste our strength. Indeed, why should we exert ourselves when the gate will open of its own accord? Speak, friend, and enter. This is actually pretty cool. He's like, but. I don't think any of us expected that to happen. 7 hells. What is this? What did you do? What are you? Piercing the heavens and gathering the light, a symbol of mankind's glory and might. Its virtue guarded by gates impregnable, only to those of royal blood answerable. Exactly as passed down through legend, I am delighted to see. And there's Nero. I really want to see this storyline through to its conclusion because of this dude. Beg pardons for interrupting your bewilderment. I can't help but notice the remarkable playthings you've acquired. Nero, you're still alive? Garland, Garland. If I didn't know better, I would say you weren't happy to see me. Ah, but I jest. In light of our recent meetings, you have every right to be wary. But rest assured, I am no longer a threat to you. My legion is for all intents and purposes defunct, and my association with it means a tight noose awaits me back in Garlemald. So I've been roaming this land of Eorzea, a regular itinerant. In the course of my wanderings, I chanced to catch wind of your latest venture. It sounded positively fascinating, so I've come here to join you. Here's the thing, he's right. With the colossal fuck-up that was the 14th Legion, and how badly we wrecked their shit at the end of 2.0, if he was to go back alone to Garlemald, they would hang him. After the wrongs you committed, you think us that gullible? If you are suspicious of my intent, 'tis only my just deserts, but I am determined to make amends. As a gesture of goodwill, I will share with you what I know, starting with these 2 odd characters. As you are doubtless already aware, the Crystal Tower was the symbol of ancient Alag's might and prosperity. Entry was permitted only to royalty and to a select few individuals. According to the records I have unearthed, only royal blood can open the gates. In other words, the Emperor and his progeny were living keys. You mean to say that these 2 were descended from Allagan royalty? Oh, I suggest nothing so glamorous. To put it plain, they are imitations of of royalty, living keys born of elegant ingenuity. Clones, I believe, is the name your creators gave your kind. Is that not so? It would seem the time for concealment is past. Pray accept our apologies. 'Twas not our intent to deceive. We simply wish to avoid causing undue alarm by prematurely making what many would consider deranged claims. If it please you, let us return to the 8 Sentinels. There is much and more to tell. Very well. Their movements are very mechanical. That worries me. Seven hells. Do you seriously mean to follow us around? Come, Garland. You know me better than to think I spoke in jest. What more will it take for us to be reconciled? A gift, perhaps? Anime hair. Good lord. An elegant tombstone. It holds the information I just shared with you, and a deal more besides. It used to be the jealously guarded property of the 14th Legion, but it's yours now. I wish you joy of it. I look forward to working together, old friend. I cannot believe that. I have a hard time believing what I just saw. Well, we'll continue doing this, and once we're done, I'm probably going to call it. If you are ready to listen, we shall tell all. As it pertains closely to your investigation, your leader Ambrose may wish to be present. Before we begin, pray allow me to apologize again. It was not our intent to deceive you. As you may have already gathered, we are not scholars sent by the students of Baldessian. Nay, we are clones, copies of people who once existed, given life through elegant technology. This is rather a lot to take in. If it would be considered unseemly, might I ask why you and yours were created, and more specifically, what it is that you now do? Answering your questions requires we revisit elegant history. Pray bear with us. The Elegant Empire reached its zenith long before our kind came into being. In that glorious age, the Crystal Tower stood tall as a symbol of elegant pride. Parents took their children there that they might learn how the nigh limitless energy it produced brought prosperity to the whole empire. That prosperity, however, bred decadence, and the empire began to show signs of stagnation. The decline was made all the more rapid for want of strong leadership. In a matter of generations, elegant civilization became a pale shadow of its former self. Its once gleaming cities fell into disrepair, and its frontier lands were given over to wilderness. I love how they're redoing the old... More music from Final Fantasy III. Lamenting that pitiful state of affairs, one technologist made it his mission to restore Allag to greatness. Ammon was his name. Oh Lord, Ammon. He was the third in the trilogy of Doga, Une, and Ammon. Ammon went really, really bad. He was kind of sort of the impetus for all the crap going on in Final Fantasy III. And none was more potent than its founding father, whom he sought to resurrect. The founding father? You can't mean Emperor Xande. Ammon was Xande. None other. And as part of his experiments, Ammon created clones of the Emperor's descendants. We are products of that experiment, copies of Une and Doga. Historical texts mention the reigns of two elegant emperors named Xande. It was commonly believed that the second was the namesake of the first, After all, such a custom is not uncommon among royalty and commoners alike. To think the two were in fact one and the same. Xande returned from the grave and assumed his throne once more. And true to Ammon's prediction, the Empire restored its realm to glory it once knew. Would that he could have been satisfied with that. In his previous life, the Emperor decided to bring the world under Allagan dominion, an ambition that ultimately went unfulfilled. Having been granted a second chance, he was determined to succeed. Realizing that he needed more power to wage his war of conquest, Xande turned his sights towards a forbidden source, darkness. In order to learn how to harness this power, he converted the Crystal Tower into a restricted research facility. And there you see Nero grinning. Darkness? Again? 7 hells! What is it with megalomaniacal rulers turning to darkness in their lust for power? Well, at least this one won't be bothering us, being thousands of years dead and all. Would that you were right, Master Garland. Uh-oh. Alas, Emperor Xande is very much alive. Within Circus Tower he still abides, his ambition burning all the more ardently for his empire's collapse. Wielding the power of the darkness requires prodigious amounts of energy that not even the Crystal Tower could produce. In order to augment the shortfall, Dalamud was created and launched into the heavens. On high it hung, gathering the sun's energy and channeling it into the power tower below. However, a miscalculation resulted in a surge of energy that escaped into the land. This triggered an earthquake of unprecedented violence, the calamity that ushered in the Fourth Umbral Era. In the blinking of an eye, the mighty Allagan Empire was laid to waste. Yet even as the Crystal Tower was sinking into the earth, the technologist Ammon, now Emperor Xande's closest aide, invoked powerful magics and halted the flow of time. Every soul within the structure, the Emperor included, was placed in a deep slumber. In that state they were to remain until the time was ripe to awaken. Eras came and went, and after millennia of laying dormant, Dalamud was summoned back to the earth. After its descent triggered the 7th Umbral Calamity, in the wake of which the tower re-emerged. At that moment, Emperor Xande awakened. In his lust for power, the Emperor consorted with darkness and was seduced by its corrupting influence. Even though his empire is little more than a fading memory, he will stop at nothing to see his ambition realized. And Xande is the second to last boss in Final Fantasy III. 'Tis for no other purpose but to put to an end Xande's madness that we exist. 'Tis the mantle we have inherited from our namesakes, the true Une and Doga. Fearing what might befall the world, the two of them sought to thwart their emperor. They gave unto us their will that we might carry on their mission should they fall. When we came to our senses within the Crystal Tower, we deliberated on a course of action. Concluding that we alone could not overcome Xande, we struck out to find a worthy ally. It has taken years, but our search is finally over. 'Tis no ordinary woman that can cut a path through the labyrinth of the ancients. With you as our champion, we are confident that we can end Xande's dark ambition once and for all. Well, that'll teach me for speaking too soon. Setting my chagrin aside, I see now why you knew about the students of Valdesian among a host of other things. You were observing our investigation the whole time. So what will we do? The world's in grave danger again, and it just so happens you're an expert in saving it. Alright, we'll do it. We'll wreck them. You have our eternal gratitude. Together, let us see the Allagan Empire's dark past laid to rest. It has been our mission to recover the long-lost knowledge of the Allagan civilization, but what worth is that knowledge if it means subjecting the realm to peril? Truth be told, it pains me to think that the tower's secrets may become lost to us, but the greater good must ever come first. Besides, no quantity of Allagan relics can compare to our friends Une and Doga, living, breathing Allagans. And so I hereby declare a change in Noah's objective. Henceforth we shall direct all efforts towards sealing off Circus Tower. Its dark secrets must never know the light of day. Wilhelmina, as you've done for us for the Legend of Ancients, I would have you enter the structure and eliminate all hostile elements. Suffice it to say that includes Emperor Jande himself. Meanwhile, the rest of us shall examine our ways to isolate Circus Tower from the outside world. To work, then. Wait, there is something I must know. My right eye is like yours. Does this mean... You inherited the trait from your father, you said. Know that clones are unable to bear offspring. You have no cause for concern. The elegant eye, as you called it, but to us it is the royal eye, owing to the fact that the trait manifests in only those possessed of royal blood. So he's an elegant royal. I cannot explain why the eye runs in your line, but I am disinclined to think it a coincidence. Though you are doubtless impatient to learn the truth, pray have patience. All will be revealed in due time. Well, this does show that humans in Mikote can crossbreed. Trying to get it to where I can save this. I'll pause it, rather. My apologies if I've given you cause to worry. I am quite well, I assure you. As you can appreciate, there has been much for me to think on. But now is the time for action, not idle thoughts. Circus Tower awaits us. Nod, 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 nod. Your task is to eliminate all hostile elements within the structure, Jande himself included. This will afford us the chance to seal off the facility and make the crystal grant you strength. Circus Tower now accessible. Sorry about this long sidetrack, everybody, but, well, it was a great story and it was interesting besides, wasn't it? Anyway, I'm going to call it for now. Thank y'all very much for watching. Like, follow, and subscribe if you enjoyed the show. This has been Harmony Muse. Thank you. Have a good one.